Okay, hi, this is Scott. This is part two of my smart grid presentation, and we're at slide 8. I'd like to talk a little bit about, why is smart grid important? I mean, it seems pretty obvious, but, electricity after the tragic events that were unfolding over in Japan, we see that electricity is an important part of people's lives. And when you don't have electricity, it has a great human and financial impact to your society. So you need to have a reliable power grid. Outages should be fixed quickly. We see that from the nuclear perspective. I know it's rather controversial to even bring that up, but certainly if we'd like to have a safe safety is important for electrical generation. And there's no reason that you should have to call when behind my house when the power line goes down. I shouldn't have to call and change the move the call them and tell them the power line fell down in my backyard. And all of these things that the smart grid can deliver. So, and we do like electricity. I mean, across the world. I mean, we like toasters and TVs. We like the lights to be on. And another thing that we need to do is we need to be able to have electricity for the future. We know that we're running out of fossil fuels. We know that we're having tremendous environmental impact from electrical generation, and we know that we need green-based supply, and in order to really deliver this green-based renewable supply, we're going to have a different type of grid than we have in this country. We're going to have a smarter grid that allows us to adapt quickly to fluctuations in generation, because what we have with green energy is when the sun goes down, you don't have any electricity, and when a cloud goes over, you don't have any electricity, and so we either need storage and or we need some ability to communicate with generation facilities far away from us that we have increased demand. Okay, and then also, the smart grid, with all of this communication that's going to happen, we need to keep this information private, because criminals or terrorists could use it to have negative impact for our society or our lives. So let's go to slide 9. What are some of the technologies required for the smart grid? Well, clearly there are two big technologies that are needed, and that is electrical storage is needed. We need to allow a green-based generation. We're going to have to store power that we make when the sun's up, and use it at night. And another thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to have you know, uh, right now in this country, all of any information that's transferred about the you know for about the electrical distribution grid is based on the power company goes out and purchases a dedicated line just for them, and that's very expensive, and in fact isn't feasible to purchase a dedicated line to my home to monitor my meter. That's just not feasible. They can't do that. So they're going to have a new ability to put the grid on new carriers. It can't be dedicated, and a logical choice is IP. But to do IP, we're going to have security. We're going to have the ability to send all of this highly private information about when we're home and what kind of appliances we use, and when we're using electricity. We're going to have to be able to transfer that securely over the IP infrastructure. Slide 10. So what's the network for the grid? In order to use this green generation, we're going to have to have a flexible system that adapts to fluctuations in supply and demand. And in order to do that, we're going to have to be constantly monitoring the phase and voltage of the grid all over the country, and all of that information is going to have to be sent and IP multicast to all kinds of different computational centers that are going to monitor the health of the grid. And so we're going to have a data-centric IP-based system which provides low latency and reliability. And you must have robust methods to transmit these automation and control messages, because you're going to have distributed generation across this country, where even homes are going to have wind turbines and solar generation. And in order to do that, the power company is going to have to be able to control them. Because at a minimum, they're going to, when you're generating, they're going to have to reduce their supply, because for the most part, electricity, when it's put on the grid, it needs to be consumed. There's no sink. There's no storage on the grid, and so that's going to necessitate a very different information technology based grid. Slide 11. So what's the security for the grid? I mean, enemies must not be able to read or interfere with the data, and we're going to have to use a mature, reliable, scalable method to ensure security for all of this information, all this communication control messages that are going on the grid. And IPsec, along with like something like the session initiation protocol, is a good way to do that. So let's go to slide 12. Right now I'm at slide 12. I'm going to pause here and publish, and please go on to part 3.